Banks that optimize customer experience grow over 3 times faster than their competitors. 47% of global customers will leave their bank because of poor service. Christelle El Metni specializes in customer engagement and high-performing sales teams in financial services. She has spent nearly a decade building trust in wealth management and personal banking. She brings a human approach to modern financial leadership in multicultural settings. Christelle joins the show today to discuss the importance of relationship building in a digital world. We explore how to maintain excellence in customer relations. Let's welcome our today's guest, Christelle El Metni, and my co-host, Jaslyn Q. Hi, Christelle. Thank you for being on the show today.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Hey, Jess. Welcome back.
Hi. Thanks. Hi, Neff. Hi, Christelle. Good to meet you again.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a pleasure having you back. And Christelle, let's dive into the digital maturity aspect, especially on the customer experience space. It's quite overrated keyword in marketing these days. We are noticing like the AI and CX are being talked all over the places. All conferences are full of these keywords. Customer is being in the center of all business strategies, which is good. I mean, it has to be like that even all the time. But more than numbers, it's emotional aspect. I think AI have shifted our mindset a lot lately between technology and human principles. So what do you think, like how customer emotions are changing, expectations are changing, how the good customer experience infrastructure looks like in today's world with all this new technology and customer expectations?
Okay. Thank you for the question first now. It's a very interesting question to ask nowadays because as I see the infrastructure of the customer experience, it's a mix of people, technology, and process. And if I want to say integrates many aspects, we can say like the front end points where the customer, how we can get in touch with him. Is it in store or is it through call center or other aspects? Then I will go to the back end systems, like what they are using as customer experience. Is it CRM or another data storage? Then I will go to the process that will be held between the customer and the agent, depending on the case. It can be a follow up or an incident or an onboarding. Then I will go in this infrastructure to the most important key in it: people, human interaction. That can be customer service or relation manager, relation officer, or any employee working on this in this department. And finally, I will add something to this infrastructure. It's the culture of customer oriented agent that we should have, because not everyone can be a customer service and not everyone can do this human interaction. There is a lot of things and skills to do it. So I believe, to summarize, that technology of course helps, and we will discuss it more later on about how and the AI. But we have this the main key of this infrastructure, if we can say, like it's an ecosystem, holistic ecosystem. It's a human interaction, and then coming the technology, the AI, and we will discuss it more through our podcast how and uh, we can benefit from it.
That's right. Actually, it should be outside in, right? So start with your customers, okay, and then design your technology, processes, operations, and
System.
your employees' enablement also should be towards it, and then see where the gaps are, and then start filling those gaps. It's actually both ways highway. I mean, outside in to start with, and then also inside out alignment.
Yeah.
That like our businesses can only deliver up to the limit of the capacity they have, right? And
Yeah.
then if it needs to keep up with trainings, with hiring, with tools and technologies and enablement, and then start doing that. I would think that's the right approach to do that. Start with customers and then create the story both ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really like your people narrative because a lot of companies forget about the people aspect once they get too excited about technology. So, but then we can't avoid talking about technology. What do you think, or how do you think that technology can better support the people and the clients in this aspect, especially using AI?
Of course, it's very helpful nowadays. I will tell you why, Justin. Because when you will use technology, it will reduce many tasks for the people or for the customer experience. Now we are using technology for chatbot or for tracking order system or to book an appointment. Even we are using this technology, especially AI, because you have now AI tools to get consider the emotion of your customers. So it will differentiate what they need or how we can help them to customize the need of the customer. We can use AI tools. Nowadays, there is a lot of Google AI and other tools, Score, Matrix, and the technology to reduce time because people they should if the chatbot will reply on all the frequently asked question, like if I will ask them question like everyone will ask what is my order, track my order, this is chatbot will consider. And this is how technology and AI are helping the customer experience and also the omni-channel setup, because sometimes when you ask technology or chatbot, they will direct you directly. Do you want to be called by an agent? Do you want to send an email? Do you want so it's like omni
Mm,
channel. You know, they are leading you
mm,
what to do and they are helping the customer. So I believe nowadays many companies that they are using both. They're using, of course, the call center, the customer experience, the customer, and they are using this technology to not waste time anymore and to be more efficient and to customize, to personalize this relationship with the customer.
because it's really helping them to find the answers to the customer's questions quickly, but
Yeah,
then making sure people are still able to interact with the customer where it matters, especially if there's like escalation needed, right? There's always a person there
to
instead of
help.
just a bot. Yeah.
Absolutely. I am also implementing customer data profiling and learning like why behind the scenes staff should be connected as well to deliver that omni experience that Crystal is referring to, right? Which is very important. Like when we call into the customer care line for the products problem that we might be facing, and then how we drive through different departments on the phone, and then how the service quality is very much dependent on how each team is already aware of the situation and they how continue the solution towards addressing that problem linear way, not just having customers to explain everything over again. This is one of those examples. And it's not just like pre-purchase experience versus after sales service, right? It's also like all systems has to be connected. This it is only then possible to deliver that omni experience to the customers. Data has to be talking to each other between systems, and then staff should also have access to the right data about customers, and they are centrally the customer profiles should be controlled in a common, accessible way. The customer data profiling on the 360-degree view to all teams, so that like everyone has access to what customers have, the problems they have, how many time they have called in, the products they have, and renewals are coming. All those things has to be accessible, and only technology can make it possible.
So this is what I told you first in the infrastructure key, that we have the CRM, so to know our
Yeah.
customer.
Yes.
To add also that you can now book appointment for through application. No need to call and
Mm,
waste 10 minutes to have like here
mm,
in Dubai. So we are using those tools as technology.
This is where we are going. But technologies are there's so much going on the technical side of the implementation. Tech stacks are getting chaotic as well. Okay, sometimes we have services overlapping each other. Sometimes there are underutilized services on the tech stack where money is draining and there is a financial impact. Even if customer experience is growing, satisfactions are going up. There are more roles being created just to manage the technology to deliver all that, which is again can be optimized and improved from cost effective perspective, operational efficiency perspective, maintaining the customer experience. Where do you see that human element is missing or growing in this whole technical world? Because I have also noticed lately that customer experience and customer support centers are being interchangeably used terms. So wider aspect of the industry is still feeling like this customer support centers are customer experience. It's no one else's job. Call centers are customer experience caretakers, right? And that's where rest of the employees start to feel like, okay, this is not our job, but
Mm,
customer experience is every single person's job, right? It's not just
mm.
single person, but also every single tools and channels job as well, right? The digital experience comes into picture here. But as I mentioned, like, it's digital everywhere. It's all digital right now. Where do you see that human element is missing? If it is, if you think it's missing, then how to bridge that gap between human elements, emotions, and technology in the infrastructure?
Do a chatbot or technology can do decision making? So of course, no. So here we will have this human interaction to do this decision making or to resolve a problem, to have emotion, to build a long-term relation with the customer. Chatbot, it will not help you to have long-term and loyalty from a customer. It will help you to fix a problem, to order tracking. So it's a hybrid model for both of them. Customer experience and customer it's needed and it's a must by a human and not by technology. And I will add something that how we can help them. We can help them by giving those customer officer a little bit of decision making when they handle the call, or by not having KPI on just if you will have 100 call or 100 lead per day, you will be successful. It's about how you maintain customer or how the
Mm,
loyalty of this customer. Because I believe I worked like a decade in sales and marketing and customer experience. So it's so easy to bring a customer, but to maintain a
Mm.
customer, it's very hard. So it's about loyalty and not numbers that you can bring and bring and bring. When you will do this as a KPI to those customer service or customer agent, or I don't know which department, it will be efficient for them. And you give them, of course, the tool in the technology of the AI that you can use this tool if you want to know about the emotion of your client or to help you to know the customer need of this client. So it will be like a hybrid model for the employees, and it will be successful for the company.
It's very interesting. You really, I think, you hit the nail on the head on that relationship part,
Thank you.
which it's something new. I
Yeah.
don't know if have you heard of this, where the chatbot don't want to build a relationship with the customer.
I will
I
tell
think
you
this is
an
interesting.
experience that happened with me. So I was ordering through Amazon, and it was the same date that should be delivered. And later on at night, and I need the product next day. I saw status change. No, it's for tomorrow, and I need it for something urgent for a ceremony. So I started to chat. No, it's not delivered. It's what he will sell me in the chatbot. But later on, I kept like to answer. No, it's not doesn't answer. I need to contact by an agent. So they told me to need to chat or to call. I told them chat. I pressed on the chat, and when a customer agent discussed it with me, he took the phone. He called the delivery man. Please, it's urgent today to deliver to this client. This is a loyal client, and he saw my history with them. And within 20 minutes or 30 minutes, I got before 11 p.m. night my product. So imagine if there is no human interaction in this. I will be upset. I will close my account. I will say, "What is the chatbot talking to me?" So the
mm.
human interaction is the most chatbot, I'm telling you, it will not build a long-term relation with the client. It's just for if for not waste time and to something like general, not very focusing on the point.
Yeah, I have had similar experience as well with chatbots, and until like there are real humans on the other side, situations were not getting better. So you're right. From your answer, I think the takeaway is decision making is still with humans, and that's where it works the best as well as of now. Until AI gets to that maturity, and we don't know when. And governance, okay, when to switch, because some chatbots just keep you sending in loops. Okay, you press on this, uh, pick this option, ask a bunch of questions to pick one answer from, and then again, like, oh, you start over again. So I think that chatbots, even other some of the tools are not mature enough to handle human element in the perfect way to satisfy customer emotions. Yeah. So this is good.
Organizations have you actually observed, in getting the right balance between having AI, automation, and then retaining a human touch?
I answered you by Amazon first. I truly Amazon, because I'm using them, so I can be, a real experience for the audience. There is also here in Dubai some application luxury brand like Unas that I face some issues. Sometimes they directly direct to an agent, not only chatbot. HSBC Bank Financial Services like HSBC Exante, that's a brokerage firm where I work. So there is many companies now that they are using this hybrid model
Mm,
for time efficiency
mm.
and for better to serve the client. But of course, there are the human interaction in all those top companies that I already listed.
You used like big names from the industry. What is your observations? I mean, the patterns of these companies' maturity level on delivering customer experience, uh, holistic, like you mentioned, omni experience before. Are these businesses mature enough to handle customer experience holistically?
Of
Just like,
course. Of
just from
course,
reference standpoint.
they are big names. You can check their high selling and how the customer is loyal and are happy. If there is not happiness, they will not be till now in the market. So of course, it will be they adapt this because they want to be upgraded. They want to use technology that they are believing that technology had not only to be like basic one. Even I'm working in financial service now. I'm seeing the fintech, the digital banks more than traditional. So technology is the must, not only in finance or in marketing or e-commerce. Everywhere in insurance, you have insurtech. So technology, it's a must now in the era of technology, but with the basic of the traditional of the people that we have the experience. So as I tell you, the human first, then the technology to use it to be more efficient in our life.
Those large organizations use their brand value much more
Mm,
than the technical ecosystem. I mean,
mm,
as customers, when we talk B2B, large customers do not rely on small brands because of reliability and longevity of the relationship. And also, they feel like they don't know the future of those
mm,
vendors. So they go with large vendors and where the big trust involved. I think that brand value drives business more than their ecosystem and ability to run the business. I won't use names, but when you procure their services, their solutions, support gets pathetic, implementation cycles take longer than promises, and many of the times contracts get, again, like, it's my personal experience, I'm not saying like every business does that, but what happens after that is like, okay, we get to some use case in detail. Oh, your contract doesn't cover this ability, so there is another tool that you have to add on to your contract, and there are like um, uh, couple $100,000 to add per year on the contract, and that's where complexity gets better or customer experience in the end will suffer. So there are complications on this side behind the scenes. Okay,
mm,
how you think this area can get better? How the staff, both from customer expectation side and from service provider side, can be enabled um, to to keep up with that customer experience, because like on the B2B sector, I think it's more issues than on B2C world. Okay, C is easy because handling one customer is not that big of a deal compared to a village of people, right? So in it on that aspect, in both or either of the worlds, but do you think like businesses should enable their staff to keep up with that consistent customer experience all across channels?
First, by hiring good people before doing trainings. You should use the really customer oriented people focusing because, as I told you, customer experience, you should listen, you should be, you talking, and you should listen to the customer. You cannot, if someone is angry, to interfere or to have bad attitude. There's people that they don't like to interact with others, so those people you cannot be in customer experience. So hiring first good candidates. Secondly, do them trainings, like trainings to know more how to handle an angry client or other cases, because you will face it, of course. And then
Mm.
if you cannot solve the problem, refer or be assured the customer that you will really care about his need, and later on you will contact him again. Or if you don't have this decision making status, refer it to someone higher than you to solve. So also by giving those people a little bit of decision making for some, like some cases, it will help them to not have fear. Indirect, they will be confident to solve the problem with the customer. So trainings to do like those KPI on loyalty of the customer, and not about how much customer they close or interact with. And finally, the service provider should provide them with AI, with technology, to know their customers, to know their emotion, to customize. I think that the customization of the relation is the long-term relation with the customer. If you are my customer, I tend that to have a long-term relation, because you are dealing with someone that respects you, that and also by the systems you can give them like CRM, good system, to know if someone is contact the customer. Imagine 10 people contacting the same customer. Who will be what all the team
Mm.
so CRM tools to know like the dates of the birth, or to know about the history about your loyal customer, to maintain those. So service provider to give them technology, tools, AI, systems, good systems to work. And after sales, also do them training for after sales, because customer experience is
Mm.
not only do the deal, interact with, solve the problem. There is where it will be the loyalty. Loyalty, if really there is after service or after contacting, just to make sure that your customer doesn't need any help anymore, problem is solved. So he will directly come back to you because he likes your customer experience relation. It will be long term, of course.
Yeah, that's where the gold is, like retention. Customer retention is important. Like it would be close, if not accurate. Like your 80% of the revenue is actually coming from 20% of your existing customers.
Mm.
So better pay attention.
Yeah.
People all
And not also about this customer that is loyal to you. He will bring
New
referrals,
custom.
new customers indirectly, because
yes,
he like the service and he will recommend you. You don't need to tell them, please recommend me, because you solved this problem.
they become your marketers.
Of course, indirectly.
Absolutely, absolutely. Uh, you want to talk about the KPIs, how this should be measured, the success of uh, businesses, like customer experience success. It's complicated, I know, but like any metrics that you can suggest.
I'm telling you to do a KPI not only on numbers, because we are a human, especially not about, you're not a number. So maybe by having, of course, deals closed or customer interaction, but see other aspect of this employee. Maybe he's successful in something that it's not only customer experience, because it's teamwork. Maybe he likes to be proactive, maybe to push them to be proactive, not only waiting for them to the client come. So can be in the KPI to help them or to cut them some leads. I'm not an HR, honestly, but I believe that yes, the KPI should be flexible in customer experience, because I see that the customer service is only number. RMs are only numbers. No, they are not only
Mm.
numbers, because
Mm.
it's a long-term relation, but it should be win-win for, of course, for the institute, of course. So give them some KPI on loyalty, on conversion of the client, not only on closing those interact of
Hmm.
people. So both,
Mm.
or
Mm.
teamwork, or other
Yeah.
KPIs also.
Like the satisfaction, like for
Satisfaction,
example, whether they
loyalty.
solve the problem rather than how many calls they took.
Yeah, and you see
Mm.
big names, they are doing loyalty card. You know what?
Mm.
To be really to know like big supermarkets and big. I have some loyalty that to not okay, you will go, of course, sometimes they're not near the supermarket, but long term, if you want to have like big things to do, you will go to this to have loyalty, and then they will be rewarded like with small gadget, but those gadgets you will be happy for you, you got something, for free. As it's psychology, like when you put a price 99 dollars, not 199. So it's marketing, pure marketing, but it's the psychology of the client, that you are focusing on.
I interviewed a CX leader a few months back on the podcast, and yeah, Justin Robbins. He's great. And about this, like enablement of staff and hiring, and he gave a great example. Like businesses should actually learn from hospitality industry, especially restaurants, right? How customer experience is delivered. I mean, as a customer, we expect a lot from restaurants. Like we walk in, we want to be greeted, and we want someone start helping us right away. We get the table on time, and food quality, and then after we are done, like payment experience and all that. And why we come back to the restaurant is totally, it's very close to our emotions. And we go to hotels, we want to stay there, it's very close to our lives, our comfort, our convenience. And there is a lot to learn from that industry, how customer experience should be handled and how staff should be enabled to deliver that level of experience, because we are all customers too, right? We are not just delivering, we
Mm,
are receiving,
yeah.
we are giving customer experience too, right? And that personal perception about customer experience is very much to be learned from restaurants and hotels. I like that. Great points, Christelle. Very nice conversation. I enjoyed talking to you. Great. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Christelle.
No, it's really good points that resonate with me. I like that. I mean, it's my personal philosophy and how I operate as well. Treat others the way you want to be treated. It doesn't matter whether you're a CEO, you're a janitor,
Yes.
everybody's the same.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
And that's a wrap on this episode. We hope you are walking away with at least one battle tested strategy you can apply to your own digital journey today. This show is built for leaders like you who are tired of the fluff and ready for real solutions. If you found value in this discussion today, please subscribe to the channel and leave us a review. It helps us bring more world-class leaders to the table. Also, feel free to share this episode with a colleague who is navigating these same digital trenches. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.